Julia, congratulations on your success.
Thanks.
Good? All right. We are off and running. I think there's a notion, conventionalism, and I read it online all the time, that the digital revolution has created this wide open playing field, and suddenly artists have all these opportunities. But in reality, when I talk to a lot of artists, it's still quite a challenge, right? I mean, it's not like you're not living the life of Justin Bieber quite yet.
Nope.
But you have made a career for yourself.
Yes.
You're making huge assumptions, by the way, about the life of Justin Bieber.
I am.
Okay, I'm kidding. Tell us a little bit about how you got your start.
I started making YouTube videos when I was a freshman in college because I hated everyone at my college. And I just stayed in my room, made ukulele videos, and wrote songs. And then people found them because there seemed to be this like huge interest in ukulele popping up out of nowhere. And then
I think you might be selling yourself short. I don't think it was just like a trend in ukulele. You have great songs, and you do these great videos.
I do, thank you. And then YouTube put me on the front page. Lots of people yelled at me about my nose ring, so I took it out, and then I just rose to success.
You should save that nose ring story for the behind the music.
It's a big moment in my life.
So tell me a little bit about, tell me when you started, like what did you spend? Like what costs were there? You were in your dorm room, you had your laptop, you had an internet connection, and anything else?
Aside from a grossly expensive liberal arts education, nothing. My parents bought me a Mac computer for a graduation present, and I was using the camera and built-in mic on that to make my videos. It was a make it work moment. Thanks, Tim Gunn.
And when
they
you
love me.
when you first were doing this, when you uploaded your first video or two, did you kind of think to yourself, I'm going to find myself on stage one day at like a Google conference and this is going to be a career?
No. No.
What was your intention at that point in time?
I was a math major, and I thought I might be a math professor one day.
And this was just kind of, you did this on a whim?
Yeah, I was doing it because my friends in high school were all musicians, and they all went to different schools and or stayed home, so those ones are really successful now. And then I was just showing them all the stuff that I was used to showing them, like whatever I was working on at the time. And I didn't want to do it on Facebook because I thought that would be too public, so.
That was good thinking, yeah.
Backfired a little bit.
50 million views later.
Yeah.
So when did you start to get the sense that this might be more than just something to do while you were busy hating people?
Well, the first like real landmark in my like music playing ever was Ben Folds asking me to play with him. Like I went from nothing to stages in front of 5,000 people. So that's when I was like, oh, I should have rehearsed more.
Yeah.
And then.
And how did Ben? He just got in touch because he liked your videos?
Yeah, I covered one of his songs and he found it. So.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And that really does speak to sort of the democratization part of this web, because in the past it would have been really hard for you probably to get your music to Ben Folds. Ben Folds might not have even known that you were covering his song.
Yeah, I think YouTube takes away the need for you to like chase someone down on the street and hand them your demo, you know?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore, hopefully, because that's annoying.
Yeah.
Hey!
Still with the hatred. It's good to see that the fire still burns. So you do these shows, and now you have, sort of from there, you've when was that?
That was 2008.
2008. And so over the last 3 years, I know you launched the Kickstarter campaign. Was that in 2010?
That was last summer, almost
Last summer.
exactly. Yeah, 1 year.
And so you launched this Kickstarter campaign, and you wanted to raise $15,000, and I think you wanted to do that to fund the recording of an album.
Yeah, I had 18 songs that I wanted to record, and I made a budget for $18,000, but I thought that people would like scoff at that because of the like zero budget that I had had all of the other years that they'd known me.
Yep.
And I thought that they'd be like insulted that I was like taking advantage of them or like pleading for money, so I dropped it down to 15, thinking that sounded a little more reasonable. It's so much money. It sounds like so much money. But I hit that in the first day, and then it was like 29 more days of
Money
money,
just coming in, yeah.
yay! Yeah.
Did you, when you got all the money in, did you spread it on your bed and just kind of roll around in it, or what, like?
No, Amazon sent me a number.
Gotcha.
And I rolled around on my computer.
I think the analog version might have been better, but fair enough.
Analog money.
Analog money.
Those were the days.
So you wanted $15,000, and the hard costs of actually recording this album were somewhere near $15,000. And then, so were you able to invest in your career? Were you able to, what do you do with that money?
I was already recording when Kickstarter was happening, because in my Kickstarter video, I showed some of the music that I had already completed. And so right away, when I realized that I had the money to do so, I spent more time in the studio, because I was gonna try and complete 18 songs in 16 days at the studio. And also, I was renting per day as opposed to per hour, so it was just like a flat fee, and I could literally spend 24 hours there if I wanted to, and I did. I was spending close to 20 hours a day recording, just to make sure I got my money's worth. So I slept a little bit once Kickstarter happened.
Yep.
So I definitely spent more than the original $18,000 budget, and then a lot of the money got plugged back into packaging for the CD, shirts for the Kickstarter donation people, stuff. Oh, ukuleles. I offered
An extravagant
ukuleles.
collection of ukuleles?
No, for them. People bought ukuleles that I was gonna doodle on. They sent me a list of things that they liked, so I doodled all over the face of those ukuleles, and I bought them really, really nice ukuleles.
Very nice, very
yeah.
nice. Well, so I think one of my last questions is, I think people have a sense of what it looks like to be a famous celebrity artist. And I think people have a sense of sort of the peanut butter and pizza of what it looks like to be a starving artist. What does it look like to be, what does it feel like, and what is the day-to-day of someone who's just sort of a working career musician? Is it fair to call you that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I don't want you to hate me.
No.
Okay.
You're great.
Oh, thank you so much.
I work pretty steadily. I play a lot of shows. I would say a lot of the life of a working musician is managing your calendar. Right now, I'm about to go out on tour with Walk Off the Earth, which is another YouTube built band. And I'm gonna lose so much money on that tour, just so much money. It's gonna be really fun. So then I'm gonna tour home from that tour, which ends in Florida, back making money on a house concert tour. And hopefully, it's calendar management and budget management, because hopefully I'll end up with, enough money to pay my rent for the month I'll be gone. That's the life of a working musician.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily, I read on certain sites here and there about sort of, they present a much more glamorous view of this, hey, everyone can have a career now, and you don't need record labels anymore. But in fact, the time that you spend managing your calendar and managing your budget and sort of marketing yourself and doing some of these things, those are the traditional functions of a label.
Well, it's like having a really crappy, low-paying job, except I don't think the job is crappy. I really love it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. I think that's a perfect place to end.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julia Nunes. Thank you.
Oh, we hugging out.